Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. And in this series we're going to be going over moon in the houses, alright? And in this episode we're going to be talking about having your moon in the 7th house, okay? People with moon in their 7th house, alright? Now the first thing to understand with moon in the 7th house is moon represents your emotions, okay? Your soul. This is going to represent what you feel comfortable with, what you feel emotionally secured with, okay? So this is your comforts. This is where you go for security. This is where you feel most at peace. So to have it in the 7th house, the 7th house is a house of relationships, partnerships, the other person or idea or thing. To me, the first thing that points out with this relationship is codependency, all right? Now, not all the time, okay? We're not all aspected bad. We do not all represent, the worst parts of our placements. But it's so easy to get into codependency with moon in the 7th house because, again, this is the house of relationships and you're putting your soul, your emotions in it. This creates a strong attachment with other people and relationships. And yes, these people, codependency, you could just be really strongly attached to relationships. You love to get into relationships and you need them. You feel at home with them. These are the type of people who kind of feel weird being single. Okay, because like I said, their moon is in the 7th house. They need partnerships. Even if it isn't a relationship, they're still going to need a best friend. They're still going to need a partner, a sidekick, someone to talk to, someone to bounce ideas with. They are very much emotionally attached to partnerships. And you have to be careful with that because when you're so attached to these partnerships, it makes it hard to rip off. And partnerships can get toxic easily. I mean, anything can go negative, and if you're constantly sticking with someone and dealing with all their problems and taking on their abuse because you just feel at home, that's going to be a problem with you and it's going to weigh down on you. So again, with this placement, you really have to be careful because these are types of people who can attract abusive people because they know that you're going to keep them because you have this strong emotional attachment to them. So these strong emotional attachment people, the abusers and the users, they know you people, and that's the people that they seek because you're going to lack those boundaries. So you have to be careful with moon and 7th house people because you guys can be so addicted to relationships. And once you create one with a person, and with moon is very intimate. So this makes you really focus on a person. When you create a relationship, it's like you put all your energies in that person and you stick with them. If that person's not good for you, a lot of these moon and 7th house people find it very hard to detach regardless if the person's bad for them. So you got to be careful because like I said, moon is going to represent your addictions, okay? It's not just Neptune. Moon represents your addictions because this is what you're emotionally comfortable with. So be very careful, moon and 7th house people, with your addictions to partnerships and relationships. Also, moon and 7th house people are very emotional when it comes to their relationships and their partnerships that they make, okay? Their best friends, their business partners, their marriages, their relationships in general. They're very emotional, so these people are very caring. They're very sensitive. They're very deep. So these are the type of people that create very strong bonds with people, okay? Because moon it does that, So these people make great relationships. These people are caring. These people are deep. These are people you can't forget. These are people who, create this experience with you and this friendship with you that's deeper. And that's what the moon does in the 7th house. It makes these, relationships deeper. So they create strong attachments with people and they nurture people in their relationships, okay? Moon is the nurturer, the healer, okay? So you have in your 7th house, the house of relationships and other people, partnerships. You nurture a lot of people. And this is why people are addicted to you. Okay, too, you can be really good because you heal people. You make people feel well. You take care of people. People feel that nurture from you. You know how to cater to people's feelings in relationships, You know how to make people feel good. You know, if someone comes to your home and they're your best friend, you're going to cook them right. You're going to speak to them about the right stuff. You know, you truly are a healer, and people really feel relaxed and comfortable around you. So your relationships, it's not only like you can be addicted to them, the people that you create relationships are really attached, can be very attached to you as well too, and not want to let you go. It's either or. It usually happens either way. So, yes, these people are very, very nurturing, healing, comfortable people and relationships, and they do create strong bonds in their relationships. These relationships are deep. Also, people with this placement, you know, you could have come from a family or your mother as well too, because the moon represents your mother, or just the nurturer in the family. So it could have been your father, whoever was the nurturing parent. And just your family in general, the way you were nurtured, you were raised to be nice to people and be about other people. And it was all about being nice and being pleasant and being fair, okay, and being considerate about the other person, sharing. It's about relationships, it's about thinking about the other person. So, you know, you could have been raised in a family that really nurtured you like this, nurtured you to be nice, nurtured you to share, nurtured you to think about the other person, to care for the other person, you know, to be relationship orientated, you know. So families like this are like this as well too. So that nurturing, again, the way you were developed, that's what helped you become the person you are and become so good with, you know, relationships, because it comes at home to you, okay? You could have you could even had parents who were very nice, you know, or who showed examples of being very nice. So you're used to that and you were nurtured in that way. So definitely a really big point to know with moon in 7th house people. Also, moon in the 7th house people can attract partners and relationships and people who are very nurturing themselves too. Okay, because again, this is the relationship house that goes back and forth. So, you know, you can attract a partner who is very nurturing, who is very caring, who is very relationship orientated as well too, with your moon in the 7th house, because the 7th house is what you attract. So you attract that moon energy because your moon is there. So again, moon is that healing, nurturing energy. So you can attract that a lot in your partnerships, you know. So, you know, yeah, that's moon in the 7th house. You know, moon in the 7th house is a very nice placement. You know, these people are very nice, very caring, very nurturing. They really know how to help people out because they're so well at understanding what the other person needs and how to balance relationships, okay? They really are healers as well too. And it makes a person who's just perfect for working and being in relationships with other people. But just be careful, moon 7th house people, you know, with getting so addicted to relationships, okay, to partnerships, and getting into codependency, because this energy, like I said, can attract abusive people, because abusive people flock to, you know, the people who are the nurturers, who are the healers, who understand other people. So be careful, because if you're not able to split and disconnect from these strong bonds that you create, you're going to be stuck with someone, you know, abusing you, okay? So that's moon in the 7th house. I hope you guys enjoyed that and come back for some more. And if you enjoyed this video, please book a reading with me. I do astrology readings as well as tarot. All you have to do is email me and we can go forward with that. And also check out my music on Apple, Spotify, and here on YouTube. Okay, I'll have all the links in the description box below, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.
But you're still here, yet no structure, there's no way to steer. Killing profits, just one gun up his pocket. Your life so low, your loss is spreading the pain that caused it, yeah. You don't value your own products, and don't see it's a core